from Greenville, South Carolina. It's the Greg the Man Radio Show, and here's Greg the Man. Alrighty, how's everybody doing on this Thursday? It's Greg the Man here. Alrighty, the weather's getting kind of crazy here in Greenville, South Carolina. We had a lot of heavy rain, a lot of flood watches, some flood warnings in some part of the southern parts of the upstate of South Carolina and the lower part of the state of South Carolina. And I found out earlier we had tornado warnings from North Myrtle Beach, Horry County. The last I read earlier from the Weather Service. And some parts of the lower part of South Carolina have tornadoes. Even on the coast of South Carolina. The rain's about over with here, the heavier part of it. It's all moving north into the mountains of North Carolina. I know Hurricane Sally left a lot of her damage and flooding and winds and everything else down on the Gulf Coast. A lot of flooding and a lot of trees and houses, boats, and everything just obliterated down there on the coast. Praying for everybody down there where this Hurricane Sally came from, and all the people right now is in the path of this storm of whatever's left of her. And as here, our weather is going to change when the front comes through, and it's going to bring cooler weather here, and everything else can be like fall weather and everything. So everybody stay safe. Getting ready for the big travel to Pigeon Forge, Silverville, Tennessee, and Gatlinburg, and everything for Monday, and can't wait for that. A big shout out for my good friend who came up with mine, helped me told me to start a podcast. Action Jackson, Reggie Jackson, Action Jackson for 103.3, 95.9 Earth FM. Has got a birthday tomorrow, and I have a birthday on Sunday also. Gonna be awesome. Turn 47 on Sunday. I do. Well, that's how I give him a bit of shout out. I'll probably give another shout out to him again tomorrow on the big Friday Blast Off show. The Braves won the night before, but we lost this one last night. The night before we won, we lost 5-1 against the Baltimore Orioles. We were off today and no baseball tonight. And everything. I'm sorry I didn't do a show yesterday. I had a lot going on. Did geocaching yesterday, and down to 2 stickers left of the Worlds of Wonders, and we'll be completed with that one. Looks like we're going to be doing a lot of geocaching in Tennessee. Looks like Silverville's got a lot of them up there in the Tennessee area. And everything. Kind of wild and crazy. My wife was tracking them all and trying to figure out where we're going to find them. And everything. I love geocaching and everything. I got a chance to see if anybody found this Birds of the Eye of Greenville bird, or whatever it is called. I can't remember. The Eye View of Greenville, I think it's called. I don't know if anybody found this one in a while or not. I was listening to Going Broadway's podcast, the wrestling show this morning, and I was hoping to win something because it's my birthday. It's coming up Sunday, but didn't get that chance. They was giving away some kind of money that was given away during some wrestling shows that they do and everything, and I guess I missed out on that one. Well, the guy couldn't get it. The first person won. They gave it a second away, and Reed did it again. I still didn't win, but oh well. That's the way things go sometimes. But I entered another contest with the sticker company again. I won last time. I'm hoping to win again, so I can get some more stickers in my podcast and stuff and get out more. Have more stacked and stuff would be cool. But I just sit back here trying to figure out, okay, did dishes, making tea right now. And I have a little doggy laying next to me. Been sleeping all day since it's been so rainy and dreary and nasty outside here in Greenville, South Carolina. Right now they're running this channel I'm watching. It has Nick, Alvin and the Chipmunks thing on there. We got to get these 2 more stickers, and then we'll be done with it on the geocaching. Clemson is playing this weekend. I don't remember who they are playing. The Big Ten decided to show back up in the football, college football, I see, and it can be interesting next month. They want to show back up in October. It's going to be interesting to see what happens on that issue. Whenever they come back in there and everything. I don't really know. I'm not a Big Ten fan. I'm more an ACC Clemson fan than anything else. And I do follow some of the South Carolina Gamecock stuff because most of the people that's been there, goes through there, graduate from Burns or somewhere, or played through there and end up in the NFL later. But that's about all. Everybody's talking about Trevor Lawrence is going to end up probably trying to play next year. He's going to skip and go straight in. I don't know where you go. I hope he gets a good team. Like I was saying last time, I was like, I hope Trevor Lawrence get a good football team. I'm getting tired of seeing Clemson players. Some players, they end up on a good team, and some don't. It all depends. What the team needs and everything, I guess. I'm not very good at drafting players sometimes. I'm looking. But, oh well. Let's see. What? Talked about that. Talked about the weather. Let's see. Then we got I'm doing my live show come Monday or Tuesday. I don't know which one we're going to do it on. Maybe probably do Monday's show if we get settled down and get it going and pull out the mics. And eventually do a podcast from up there live. I know I can do it live as I get the thing. I've done it in live shows before. It's a lot easier to do it after I've done all the stuff because it's so slow to go up. But once I'm live, it's already going up anyway. You don't have to do too much and everything. But I'm so happy, but oh well. I'm doing over 300 something shows here now and trying to keep up with everything going. And love what I do and everything, and try to keep everybody happy and, keep everything interesting. Bringing it up all down to talking about different things. I love talking about ghost related paranormal stuff sometimes. And I ain't seen no new comic books yet. I know there'll be a list of new ones coming out soon here. I want to get my hands on that new Faces of Joker. I want to get the Batman issue because I like that new cover. That cover of that issue. Excuse me. And then all the one with the Jokers. I have one that's autographed by the person that wrote it with a Robin. It's got the Joker rip above, I think. And I don't remember. I have to look. I haven't looked at the issue in a long time. I know I got one of Superman's autograph. Is of where his person he was living with, his father, I guess, but the Earth father, is laying dead in the cornfield, and that copy is autographed by the person that wrote it. But that's about it. I always collect a lot of autographs. I have autographs of sports figures, TV shows, tennis players, NASCAR, a lot of different things, wrestling. My wife started taking this DDP, Dumbing Down Space Yoga. I did some of it. It's kind of hard, some of it is, if your knees and legs ain't up to proper. But it's kind of interesting, I remember seeing DDP wrestle many times when I was wrestling, going places, and everything. Getting all these birthday things, like free birthday here, free birthday this. But problem is, one of them I can't use because the place closed. Tucano's here in Greenville, Woodruff Road. I can't believe it, I'm like, dang, I can't even get it. But that's the way it usually happens. Sometimes, yes, because all this pandemic stuff and everything is closing everything down. It's just, we went to a Chinese restaurant yesterday, the buffet Chinese restaurant. They They did pretty good. My wife was so happy being there, and I was too, because I was like, got a good salad and all this good food and stuff, and they keep you distance, and you got to wash your hands. You got a choice of using gloves or sanitize your hands every time you go up to get another plate. And that ain't nothing wrong. You got to have a mask on every time you go up. I don't mind that either. And it was pretty good. I'm glad I have a good salad finally. I've been looking for one. My own making of good salad. But it was really good. It was good food. It was good to finally eat something good. But if you ever found out about this new app called Area TV, it's a bunch of TV shows. It's kind of cool. They got a thing on Facebook where you can go up and ask them questions, or can they add this new TV show and all this new stuff. I want a bunch of new cartoons, run Hong Kong Phooey and stuff like that. Stuff we grew up on. I miss the old television, old cartoons, all kind of different TV shows, and they run Give Me a Break up there. They run all kind of different kinds of shows. I remember growing up watching Captain Kangaroo. It was kind of a cool show and everything. Let's see. What else did I watch? The Shazam TV show. I remember the Spider-Man, a real live Spider-Man show, movie, a TV show. It wasn't cartoon. It was real live action. And they ran it on, it was like in the 70s or 80s. I don't remember what year. It might have been the 80s. But it was originally 70s maybe. But it had he'd going up, climbing up the building. Kind of wild. But this channel I had to watch it on was kind of crazy, because you hope to get it in. You're trying everything to tune it in. It was like Channel 9 out of Charlotte. And it was kind of cool when you had the antennas before you had cable and satellite and all that stuff. You had to tune in stuff with antennas and stuff. And it was like trying to see it and hope you got to see it. It was just crazy. I remember watching wrestling I remember when I first started, I was a kid and they introduced me to wrestling. I never knew what it was. And then there it was, watching it, and it kind of got interested and got into it. And then it was like every Saturday mornings or Saturday afternoon and Sunday afternoons you watch wrestling. It's just, something you did every Saturday and Sunday. And right after cartoons went off. I remember, forget Casey Kasem's top 40 videos and stuff, and then watching late nights on Solid Gold, and then I remember watching American Bandstand. Then I remember when USA Network came up with their own dance thing on cable and satellite. I remember when satellite was on and you could have free channels. I remember when MTV first aired, and I'll never forget that. And seeing the Disney Channel without having to pay for it. And pay all these different channels you didn't have to pay for. I watched my first satellite wrestling in 1984, Starrcade 84. That was the most coolest one ever. Watched it, no paying, nothing. And later you have to start paying for this stuff. And I used to get them every year. I paid for wrestling. And Starrcade, Thanksgiving Day. Never failed. It was always on Thanksgiving. And everything. I go back and watch some of those. And some of the wrestlers I have created, well, I didn't create them, but I kind of redone the wrestling video games, made it into like the old days of Mid-Atlantic, the NWA in yellow and the Worldwide Wrestling in red on the two different channels. And then you got the NWA Pro Wrestling, as I did as a sideshow. Then you have... And then I did the women wrestling as Glow and whatever else I did with them. There's kind of crazy shows for them, and they have the NWA women's title and the tag titles too. Then I have like the NWA World Heavyweight Belt. You got the NWA United States title, NWA World Tag titles, the one that's gold the Rock and Roll Express had. I have the NWA US titles, tag titles. And I have a Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling title that everybody's wanting to come after now. I ain't never seen that happen. Barry Windham never went after this title until the last time. He's been mostly carrying the U.S. title for a while now. He's a middleweight champion. I have a Duel of the Butcher on this game. Boy, Butcher been butchering everybody. He busted somebody up so bad the other night. You can see it on the guy's hand, and it was all over his guy's chest. You play these wrestling games, they kind of get crazy. I know there's going to be a new update on the wrestling, not a baseball game of 2020. New roster updates coming. I know it's really coming soon. It's got a lot of changes, especially on Atlanta Braves, new pitchers and everything else. I love updating this stuff so I can get, familiar with what's going on. Sometimes your players will be different, and then you might have a different player on the field, and like, oh, where's my batting people? Because I have a big wrist, or there's a lot of home runs and stuff right now going on some of these players. I hit a grand slam finally with Freddie Freeman on this game. Lined up and went. But I ain't going to keep everybody too long. I'm going to jump out of here, and I will be back tomorrow for the big Friday Blast-Off show. We're going to end up probably getting, making this a fun show tomorrow. As we get prepared for this weekend, a gorgeous weekend coming up, and then get ready for Sunday. Sunday's birthday. I don't know if I'll do a show Sunday or not on my birthday. I might. It all depends. I know I'll definitely do a Saturday and a Monday show. And Tuesday, and Mondays and Tuesday from Pigeon Forge or Gatlinburg, depending on where I'm at. Everything. All depends. But we'll find out and see. Alrighty, I hope everybody has a great Thursday, and we'll be back tomorrow for the big Friday Blast-Off show. This is Greg the Man for the Memory Show. Peace. I'm out. It's Sake Tumi time. It's Bimini's time also. Let's see. Let's get Greg Morton to get me out of here. All right, peace. I'm out.